Hey everyone, and happy Easter to those of you who celebrate. Here's a quick picture of Preston with his basket from the Easter Bunny. Too adorable. For day 16, I asked a real special education attorney some questions about the field and for her advice to families with children on the spectrum. Barbara J. Ebenstein is an attorney who represents families on education and disability matters in New York and Connecticut. Her practice focuses on the representation of families in general education, special education, and other related matters. She is an adjunct associate professor at New York University, where she teaches graduate courses in education law. She served as a member of the Disability Policy Committee for the presidential campaign of Barack Obama. You can check out her website for a little bit more information about her and what she does. So here are the questions that I posed to her and her responses. The first question I asked was, when does a parent of a child on the spectrum know that they need to hire a special education attorney? Her response was, when they have a stomach ache, something does not feel right. They suspect that their child needs something different or that school personnel are not telling them the entire truth. At that point, they should consult an experienced special education attorney who can review the situation and tell them whether they need to hire an attorney or not. The second question I asked her is, what's the difference between an advocate and a special education attorney? She said, there are many excellent, well-trained, and experienced advocates. When a parent hires an attorney, there are protections that are not available when they hire an advocate. And then she listed some of the differences. So, attorneys are licensed, but there are no state licenses or certifications for advocates. This means that there may be no place to turn if there's a problem with an advocate. Attorneys must adhere to a professional code of ethics, while advocates may not do so. In some states, an advocate cannot represent parents in an impartial hearing, and attorney fees may be reimbursed when parents prevail in an impartial hearing, but they cannot get advocate fees reimbursed. Next, I asked her, if you had to name one service for children with ASD that is pervasively lacking, what would that be? Her response was life skills. Most school districts do not consider life skills for students with ASD unless they are also cognitively impaired. But even a bright student with ASD will need some life skills to prepare for independence. Can they follow a schedule, read a map, maintain acceptable hygiene? Social skills are tremendously important for individuals with ASD. Most school districts will provide some social skills on a student's IEP, so social skills are not pervasively lacking. But many districts will not provide enough useful social skill instruction. My last question to her was, what advice would you give to parents or guardians of children on the spectrum at the inception of their diagnosis? She said, join a local parent support group right away. Do not go it alone. Other parents will have advice, some good, some bad, and also can give names of local experts and agencies, ideas, suggestions, and support. Other parents will appreciate the small triumphs in your child and help you through the rough times. Thank you so much, Barbara, for your time and responses to these questions. Again, check out her website to learn a little bit more about her. I hope any families watching maybe gained a little bit of knowledge or advice that they didn't previously have. Anybody who may not have a child with autism, I hope that you learned a little bit more about special education law and how important it is. There are a lot of pieces that come along when dealing with autism, and law is one of the big ones. Thank you for watching. Go watch day 15 if you didn't, and stay tuned for day 17 tomorrow.